thing is I didn't. I think my biggest thing is I didn't know.
He's really bad.
Jessica Donovan has always been a dog lover, having several of her own.
I love animals. I would cuddle anything that walked into my path.
But all that
I'm sorry. Wow. What a statement. She said, I will cuddle anything that walks into my path. That's what she just said. I will cuddle anything that walks into my path. And already she got 3 dogs. I believe, now I said this years ago, there are different types of dog lovers. Some are more extreme. And what I mean by extreme, then I believe some people are just influenced by dog culture. Those people, there's some people who would not do that. They would not try to pet every single dog that they saw. And some will. The ones who will are the extreme nutters. Like this lady. If what she says is true, you're extreme, lady. You will stoop down and try to hug and kiss and cuddle with every dog you see? You're hypnotized. Like, you're past being influenced by dog culture. Dog culture does not only influence your choice or perspectives. You're under a spell, lady. And for you to even have those 3 dogs alongside your biological young, that tells me everything I need to know right there. But I'm going to let her finish here.
I think my biggest thing is I didn't know.
He's really bad.
Jessica Donovan has always been a dog lover, having several of her own.
I love animals. I would cuddle anything that walked into my path.
But all that changed.
Now, I just want to clarify. She loves dogs, not animals. She loves dogs, not animals.
On May 17th, when she was at a baby shower playing with a friend's dog.
I just squatted down briefly. I was already petting him. And I said, we're a good boy, aren't we? And I just stroked on his back. And then all of a sudden, there wasn't even time for me to.
You squatted down so that you could put your face in the dog's face. You wanted to be face to face with the dog. Which tells everyone that you don't do any research on dogs. None at all. And what I suspect is that people like this lady, they only watch YouTube platforms like the Dodo. They don't watch these trainers, like these hardcore trainers, who are willing to tell you to never be face to face with a dog. That's how dogs challenge each other. Whether it be in packs or whatever. Face to face, staring each other in the eye. That's a challenge. And I bet you anything, she goes around doing exactly that. Squatting down, face to face with dogs, so she could stare them directly in the eye. Wow. That's the dangerous thing about the internet. Some people only follow these dodo little lily dog culture type platforms where they only promote hugging dogs, kissing dogs, being face to face with dogs, all these happy, joyful moments. They're not getting sick, and they don't even talk in these videos. They play stupid music. She's probably a TikTok type person where she only sees shorts, these little hug dog shorts, kiss a dog shorts, sit face to face, put your stupid face in the dog face shorts. She's under a spell.
All of a sudden, like, there wasn't even time for me to react.
Jessica says she was brutally attacked by the dog, which was a Great Dane, after it latched to her face, puncturing her gums and cheek.
She was trying to be brave. You did that with a Great Dane? See, that's the thing. You was trying too hard to pretend that that thing was harmless. Ma'am, let's be honest. I bet you anything that in that moment you could feel how big the risk was. And you said to yourself, I'm going to go through with it anyway. I love dogs. Do y'all know Great Danes are bully breeds? Just for the record. Just for the people who didn't know, Great Danes are bully breeds. They're related to pit bulls. In many ways, more dangerous because they're bigger. Lord. You got these types of women who just float around society in this happy dog bliss, hugging and kissing and kneeling down and being face to face with every single dog they see. Wow.
I remember just hearing your growl, closing my eyes, and falling back.
Since the attack, Jessica says she's gone to the ER twice and will now need surgery and will likely be permanently numb in her face.
It was very painful. I could no longer drink through a straw. I couldn't even open my mouth. Couldn't talk.
Jessica says that the dog owner has no insurance, isn't a renter or homeowner. So now, all she's left with is stacking medical supplies and medical bills that will cost thousands and thousands of dollars.
Although I need...
Wait. And can you believe that they're going to tell her that if she tries to avoid dogs going forward, that she has a mental problem? When in reality, she has a mental problem right now. And that mental problem led to this problem that she's on the news complaining about. They're going to tell her, ma'am, if you avoid dogs going forward, something's wrong with you, so you don't want to do that. So make sure you surround yourselves with dogs as soon as possible, okay? They probably want her to FaceTime the next time she's in contact with a dog, just so they can have proof that she is around dogs again. There you go, hug it, ma'am, just like you did, or you tried to do with that Great Dane. Go ahead and hug some more dogs like that, ma'am. Go ahead and kneel down, get face to face. There you go. All right, now, I'll call you again next week. They probably have a hug a dog rehabilitation program set up for these people. A kiss a dog rehabilitation program. Lord.
Although I need stuff now, what do I have down the line? So everything's just kind of building. And
she still hasn't learned her lesson. Went right back home to her own dogs. Look at what she's doing right now. And notice how the dog is sort of pulling away. you can see that in a few seconds, the dog is probably going to run away. And she got her hand around trying to pull the dog. I bet, did you do this with that Great Dane? This is what she goes around trying to do. Do the same thing with all these other dogs that she do with her own dogs. And even her own dogs don't look like they're too into it. Because in the dog world, it's a challenge. And maybe your dog don't want to challenge you. Maybe it's accept you as the alpha, the food provider. And you see it's not looking you in the eye. Don't you see that? That's what they do when they want to submit to you. Lady? Oh my goodness. What? And you got your kids surrounded by these things? Got these things up in the house? You ain't done no research. You don't know nothing about these killers. Lord.
That's, I think, the only thing I could say is frustrating.
Yeah, very frustrating, obviously.
That's ridiculous. Can't you even read body language, lady? Even your own dog is not staring you back in the eye like you want it to do. It would just make your day if on camera in front of the news, the dog looked you back in the eye and y'all had this moment of love on camera. That's what you was fishing for. That's what you're fishing for. You want the dog to look at you like, hey, see, this is what I tried to do with the Great Dane. I just wanted to look it in the eyes. I just wanted to connect with it. Bond with the dog. Not even your own dog wants to bond with you like that. You're going to get bit in the face again. You're going to get bit in the face again. Or you're going to get your kids bit in the face. Because there's her daughter standing right here looking at her. What kind of example you setting here?
Frustrating.
Yeah, very frustrating, obviously, for her. She did say she reached out and reported the incident to Pima County Animal Care and Control just to report the dog. They did put that dog under quarantine for 10 days, but right now she said that's all she knows has been done to kind of handle this situation. So,
okay, so the news team has no advice for this lady at all. She just simply went over, the stuff she's going through. This lady sat up here and basically revealed to us how insane and out of her mind that she is. And everybody treats it as if it's normal, like it's no problem. That's the world we live in today, where people display overt signs of insanity. Brainwashed, and it's just normal. It's been normalized. Well, I would never see it as normal. People like this will always look and be insane to me on this channel. Lord, I could do this forever. Nobody will ever convince me that her mentality is acceptable or even normal. This is abnormal. You should not be going around hugging every dog you see, ma'am. You shouldn't be sticking your face. My question is, like it is with all attack victims, are you going to continue? Yes, you are going to continue doing it because you just did it again on camera with your own dogs. Aside from that, there was a horrible story in Queens. I haven't even watched this yet.
A horror in Queens. An infant has died after a dog attack inside an apartment. Good evening. We thank you for joining us. I'm Natalie Pascarella.
And I'm David Ushery. Neighbors at the Queensbridge house is stunned at the news that the little girl was apparently attacked in bed.
Police were called to the scene after a 911 call from the...
Oh, in bed. That's all you need to know. Right? In bed. There's no way the dog was provoked. There's no way the dog was provoked. So, ma'am, if you're watching, this is the nature of dogs right here. They have an instinct to attack. This was a 1-month-old. They want badly to see some living creature in pain. That's their instinct. And they either do that or they'll submit. It's one or the other. That's why whenever you try to look dogs in the face, that's why they always try to turn away. They're not into doing that, ma'am. But I bet dogs could turn away from you 1,000 times and you still wouldn't get the message. You'd keep trying to do it. Maybe because you keep seeing it on these dodo videos.
Infant's mother this morning. They said that the baby was found unconscious inside a 6th-floor apartment. News 4's Gabi Acevedo live in Long Island City with the disturbing details. Gabi.
And Natalie, David, many neighbors, as you can imagine, are very upset here about this case. Investigators say that a 1-month-old baby died after what appears to be a horrible incident with a dog inside an apartment. A disturbing crime scene investigation at the Queensbridge houses. Neighbors wondering what happened to a baby girl who died inside a 6th-floor apartment.
One of my neighbors that live in my building told me that a baby that was 1 month got bitten by the dog, so I'm not really sure what actually happened.
Investigators bringing up facts.
There's more. There's more of what I'm talking about right there. I'm not sure what really happened. What? Yes, you are. Don't believe that, man. You are sure. A dog attacked a sleeping baby. End of story. That's the beginning and end of the story, ma'am. What else do you need to know? But people keep saying that. I'm not sure what happened. We don't know what led up to this incident. We don't know the details, what happened. Lord.
Of evidence from the upper level unit. A police source tells News 4 the little girl's mother, who called 911, allegedly told NYPD detectives that the baby was sleeping between her and her boyfriend when the family dog jumped on the bed and bit the girl's face.
How deep is that? So the dog disregarded the two parents. And no doubt they had the dog before they had I guarantee they had that dog longer than 1 month. So these foolish, hypnotized nutters did not consider the possibility that the dog saw that whole house as its territory, maybe, because these dumb things are not even territorial. But they didn't even predict envy, jealousy. Just a natural instinct. That's part of nature. For this foreign creature that you're taking care of, as if it's your offspring, to try to eliminate any other offspring you bring into the equation for resources. Y'all don't even have a basic grasp on the behavior of organisms. That's scary. But that's the world we're living in, that this level of ignorance.
I think it was a pit bull. It was like, I don't know if it was a boy or a girl, but I know it was definitely a pit bull.
As parents, like waking up and seeing that, like the first thing is obviously, to attack back and protect your child.
The medical examiner present at the scene. Officers say that when they arrived at the building between 12th Street and 41st Avenue around 6:40 this morning, they found a 1-month-old baby girl unconscious. Neighbors mentioned that police had visited the apartment in question for some type of disturbance over the past weeks.
I feel bad for the moms, but at the end of the day, I feel like whoever was in that house, they weren't being responsible. I'm sorry.
And that a dog that looked like a mix between a German Shepherd and a pit.
They wasn't being responsible. bet you she's a dog lover herself. I bet you anything she's a dog lover herself. And she don't have the slightest idea of what being responsible is supposed to mean or be. They had the baby between them, laying on the bed. The dog wasn't in the picture. The dog inserted itself into the picture. It jumped on the bed and attacked. It sounds like they were trying to be responsible, maybe. But you can't be responsible with a dog in the house. That's impossible. Because the dog can simply jump on the bed and attack. Insert itself to wherever you don't want the dog to be. Y'all sit up here with dogs in the house, believing that you can just not allow the dog in certain areas of the house. Are you crazy? I bet you anything they had in mind, we're not going to expose the baby to the dog yet. Or we're only going to have limited monitored time with the dog and the baby. Because this sounds like it was sometime outside of that time. This was not dog meet baby moment or dog bond with baby moment. This is their time away from the dog, and the dog came into the room. So that means every one of you who bring these beasts into the home, you're guilty. You're equally guilty, all of you. And you're all irresponsible. None of you can claim to be responsible. If you got a dog in the house, I don't care if it's in the basement, the attic, you brought a dog into the home.
I'm sorry.
And that a dog that looked like a mix between a German Shepherd and a Pit Bull was at times roaming around the building without a leash.
Yeah, I had a dog too.
Roaming around the building without a leash? They would have found that dog somewhere had I been in the halls. Who do these people think they are? These crazy, insane people. That's the downside about living in apartment complexes. You got to share it with nutters.
As parents, we just have to be really careful with our kids, because you never know what can happen.
You can't be careful. Ain't nothing you can do, ma'am. You bring a dog in the house, that dog can do whatever it wants to do. It'll chew right through a door. This is what these people refuse to accept. They refuse to accept that you don't have control. You don't have the power. Dogs have the power. They manipulate any and every restraint and barrier that they try to put in front of them. And again, I'm not in the mood to give a nutter lecture like that. You all should notice common sense. Shout out to you all. Able to join me for this brief live stream. And I hope you can join me on the next as we continue with this crusade.